Good day, Jennifer Watson, Lawley Insurance. I am here with a quick insurance tip. We're going to answer, how do I insure my equipment? It is something that a lot of my clients and I talk about in length because there's a lot of variables that can impact the proper way that your equipment should be insured. So we're going to look at four things. First, where is your equipment located? Is it inside your building? Is it in the yard? Or does it move around to job sites? The second thing is, what type of equipment do you have? Do you have small hand tools, custom equipment, employees that have their own tools that are bringing them to job sites? Difficult to replace items that might depreciate quickly, and equipment that's really critical to your business where if something happened to it, it would impact your ability to continue operating. Items that don't move outside of your building are not what we're going to be talking about here. Those would be covered somewhere else. Then we have equipment that have license plates. That's going to trigger the need for some auto liability coverage. So you might have that piece of equipment covered in two places, one on your auto policy and one on the inland marine or the equipment section for the actual physical damage coverage for that equipment. The third item is to think about, what is the maximum amount that you can lose at one time when we're talking about your equipment? If you have multiple trailers, they're out and about at job sites, and you have a loss, it's unlikely that all 5 trailers are going to be impacted by that loss. So think about one trailer and all the equipment inside that one trailer. What is the value of those items? Again, we're not talking about equipment inside building at this point. The last item is, I want to really have my clients think about, what is the amount that they're expecting from the insurance company should something happen to a piece of equipment? There's a lot of ways we can insure it, whether it's replacement costs or if it's Blue Book or somewhere in between. So it's important to go through these questions on this slide and figure out the best value to select. Can you find this piece of equipment used, or is new the only option? If you have equipment that's depreciating year after year, it's really important that those values on your insurance policy get adjusted, because if they're not being adjusted down, you're paying more premium than you should be paying on your equipment policy. If you have equipment that's financed, the finance company might want you to have that insured at replacement cost. So that's going to need to be requested on your equipment coverage. The last item is, I find this happens often where a client finds a great deal on a piece of equipment. They buy it, from a private seller, a friend, family member. They get a great deal on it. For example, they get a piece of equipment for $20,000, but if they had to go and buy it used somewhere else from somebody they didn't know, it would actually cost them $30,000. So $30,000 for that Blue Book value. Then the replacement cost of that piece of equipment might be $50,000. So, we have anywhere between $20,000 and $50,000 that we have to figure out what the correct number is to insure. Have this conversation with your insurance agent and really go through what the proper way is to insure your equipment, because your situation is different from every other client situation. Any questions? Give me a buzz if you want to continue the conversation. Jennifer Watson, Lawley Insurance. Take care.